I was new. Hey, everybody. Welcome to SaveState Podcast, episode 11. You got your best host here, obviously me. And I am here with Matt, the Jedi with no lightsaber, Matt. And we got Izuki, Too Loud Tech. And then we got our special guest today, who is supposedly the king of handhelds, also knows a lot about retro handhelds, and wants to be playing Minecraft right now. KLEF from Game Tech Talk.
Dude.
It looks like he's playing Minecraft. Guy's multitasking.
Of course, yeah. I'm building something right now. You guys are seeing it in the background, but it's happening. I'm gonna show you guys by the end of the. No, it's my wife and kids playing.
Nice.
How is everyone this week?
Doing great. Thank you very much. How about you?
Just got back from the doctors with the baby, so I was rushing.
Fair. Everything's good though.
Yeah. Maybe some ear problems. We'll see. He's got another appointment.
Okay.
Yeah. But thanks for that.
Allergies? Allergic to his
they're
dad's
not
BS?
sure.
He's
Yeah,
allergic to his
probably.
dad's BS, yeah.
He listens to me talk about handhelds all day. It probably makes his ears bleed.
I get that. I got a 16-year-old. He just eyeballs, and he's bigger than me. So now he just eyeballs me like, if you didn't pay for my stuff, man, I would take you out.
Dang.
No.
yeah. Gavin's got me by like 2 or 3 inches. So he looks down at me when he talks to me. So just imagine I'm yelling at him and he's looking down at me. And I can see it in his eyes. Dude, if you didn't pay for my stuff, I'd take you out, man.
Dude, guess I got a couple of years before that happens.
Oh my god,
That's savage.
My guy's only 2 feet tall, so I got some time.
Let's see. For me, my son, my toddler started his first day of early pre-K today. It was
cry?
bittersweet.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry, but I did immediately call my wife. No, I didn't. I really didn't. If I did, I would admit it. But I immediately called my wife. It was like, it made me a little sad. I ain't gonna lie. It made me a little sad. But he was such a big dude. Man, I'm so proud of him. It's been a while since I had a kid to take to pre-K. My youngest daughter is 10, about to be 11. So it's been at least 7 years since I've had to do that whole routine. And I was really expecting him to be like, no, I don't want to go or whatever. But he was like, I was like, you ready, puppy? He was like, oh yeah. And he just walking into the class, he didn't even look back at me anymore. I didn't exist anymore. I was like, this dude, he's ready for the world, man.
It breaks your heart, right?
It was cool. Yeah, it was cool. I was like, oh man, he's so busy and so sometimes could be a little pain in the butt, but man, it's not a lot of times where he's not around me. So to see him go, it was just oh man, I will miss my guy. I'm gonna go to sleep last night. He laid on me. He was like, "Daddy, you my best buddy."
Oh, dude, that is awesome. Yeah. Now, did you cry for your very first child when you brought them?
I did.
Okay,
actually.
Thank you. I was gonna say, because I remember we talked about how many kids do you have?
I have 5, dude.
So you have a lot. So you've been practicing this.
Yeah, I've practiced.
Just like
you've been practicing this,
right? I got it in the bag already, dude. So actually, funny enough, my first one, he was born in Trinidad, so I didn't get to experience it with my first one. My second one, which is my daughter, one of my daughters, that one, it hit me because it was my little girl, right? My little baby. So yeah, that one, it was just oh no, but it's awesome. It's awesome. I'm excited for him to meet little friends and everything. And it was cool because when we picked him up, the teacher said he had all the kids following him around. Everybody was just following him. He was just the star of the classroom. I was like, awesome. Yeah, that's a little too loud right there. Yeah.
I cried like a baby the first time with my oldest, the one that eyeballs me like he wants to take me out now. And I remember for his graduation from kindergarten, his teacher and my older sister sat in the back row and took bets on how long it was going to take me to cry.
Oh my god! That sounds like my sister and my wife, dude. They're the same way with me, dude. Like, like always feel like they're always tag teaming against me, dude. Like,
I heard there's a secret technique for guys. Like, right before you're gonna cry, you punch yourself in the nose, and then when you start seeing, you're just like, it's just because I punched myself in the nose. I'm sorry. It's
what?
Not at all working.
Show us what you're talking about.
I don't know
bro.
if the trade-off is worth it, dude. I don't know if
no punching in my nose. I'll cry happily, and I did. I bawled like a kid. You know, like he was trying to reach for me. Well, in French.
Oh my god.
And then as I
wait, how does it sound in French? I want to know.
Papa, papa. So it would be papa.
That
is papa.
Okay.
And so he, as the door closed, because I held it in. As the door closed, I just turned around and
yeah, because you can't do it in front of him, right? It makes it worse for him. So you have to contain yourself. But as soon as you're done, you're like, got in the car, balloon bursted, a water balloon. Yeah,
that gave me like a horrible image. Like I just hear Papa, and he's like, and that's the doors closed. So now I'm just picturing like his kid getting dragged through the doors. He's like trying to grab the concrete. He's trying to grab the concrete and the brush and the grass. It's like, the doors just close.
My God, it's like one of those X-Men movies when they're dragging one of the mutant kids away or something.
Right,
dude, it's like claw marks in the sidewalk. Like,
that's funny.
Oh man, wild stuff,
dude.
Wild stuff.
That's awesome. Kids are great. Fun experiment. Yeah, mine's are all experiments. You know, I'm just testing. I don't know.
My kids are experiments.
Oh, dude.
Oh my gosh.
So, what are we getting into, Lee?
Oh man, dude. So you guys have heard the news, right? One of the greatest companies in the world, probably the best, is releasing some hot stuff.
You sound like Jedi right now. You sound like Jedi right now. Like super chill.
I'm like I don't know how to react to
like,
him. I'm like, yes, I love it.
Of course he's agreeing. Of course he is.
So wait, first, Clef, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Ayaneo or AYN?
Between the two?
Yeah.
Boy, do we really want to open that box? Oh, bye. AYN any day of the week.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Right there.
Of course. Like for many, many reasons that I can easily outline, but that could take an hour. But yes, AYN for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
I just because these guys
we're all on the same page.
These guys hate the portal. So
yeah.
No, I did not buy the portal.
Is not all of it. It is not all encompassing of AYN. Like,
right.
I don't know where you get that idea. Like the portal is all of them.
Represent.
Look, okay, see, yes, look.
That's my man right there. Yeah. That's my man right there.
Was it necessary? No, it was not a necessary device.
Yes, it absolutely was.
It was not.
Look,
here's the question: is it better than the Evo?
Yes.
Yes, of course. I have the Evo. Well, I don't have it right. It's at the apartment, but I do have the Evo as well, and it's absolutely better. But that's like that gap between those two devices are quite frankly not as wide. They're not as wide. The Evo is great too. Here's where I have a problem. Ayaneo always presents itself as this super premium brand.
Right.
And how is it that Ayn and Retroid, because I'll put them in the same bag, can do something as little, as small, but important as making sure that your controls work in COD mobile, and yet Ayaneo can't do that?
Or having a device and not having to spoof it to get it to work properly.
Absolutely. To me, that's baffling. And I understand that
that's overhyped though. I think that's inflated. Like spoofing is not that difficult. Like it's not.
Yeah, but no one wants to do it.
Yeah,
yeah, but you do it once and you're done, dude. Like you spoof the correct device and you never have to touch it again.
But that just brings more stuff you have to do to get your Android working. People hate that rate. People hate setting up their Androids.
Agreed.
What's the real risk too loud when you spoofed of getting banned or in trouble, or is that just really blown out of proportion? Because that was something else that we heard about that. You know what I mean? It's blown out of proportion. I've spoofed so many devices over the years. I've never been banned. Like
I don't know about horror stories. I haven't heard any horror stories. I used to be really big into XDA developers, which is like an Android forum for like rooting and hacking and all that stuff. And I've never come across a case of somebody like, oh man, I got banned for spoofing. You know, my device is not working anymore. Like, I think it's real. Like I said, it's really inflated. I think it's blown out of proportion. It's not that serious. Yes, is it an extra step in setting up your Android device? Of course, yeah, right. And I can honestly admit, like, you know, to me it's not, but to many people, setting up Android is a chore. It is a chore, and a lot of people just don't really love the experience. I've been on Android since 2010, like basically since inception. And I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. It's actually gotten a lot smoother over the years. Try setting up an Android in 2011, you know, like then tell me about how bad it sucks, right?
Man, you are old, bro. Right? 2011, but geez, dude.
But I believe Ayaneo does have a feature to let you spoof on the fly because you won't get root access, which is pretty nice. You know, at least that is there. But you don't get to spoof the controller though. That I'm positive about.
People don't want to go through those extra windows, right? They just want to turn it on and play.
And then you know, this is the other thing too for me is that the experience that watching Too Loud and Lee going through. I mean, you know, I don't know how long you waited, KLEF, but my portal took forever. It was whenever they pre-ordered. When was it? November or whatever last year, and then it didn't show up till almost February. But like that's the experience that Too Loud had with his Ayaneo 3 that took him, you know, 3 or 4 months for them to get it. And then Lee gets them quick, but then he can't use them because you got to wait for the replacement parts on every Ayaneo he buys.
Oh, dang.
I mean,
one thing I do remember, the Ayaneo Evo was announced first. And I remember buying the Odin 2 portal after, but receiving it before I actually received the Evo.
Wow.
You know, that's your typical Ayaneo experience. And I'll be honest, I get the frustration. I've experienced it many times with many of their devices, but it wouldn't even be that bad if they would show up to how premium they pretend to be. That's where, for me, I am extremely aggravated with this brand is, you know, they talk like they have the best audio and then you power it and it's like, no, it's not even
downfire and speakers that crackle. Yeah, then you have to mod them to fix them.
You have amazing features like that rumble that rumbles the sound. And then you realize that they took a range so wide that the smallest little sound will still create a vibration that is so loud and obnoxious. You're like, wait, did you really think this through? Or did you just drop the software and used it as something that is cool to have when in reality, who's going to use it because it's just bad implementation? And I feel like a lot of Ayaneo, except the panels, they're really good at tweaking panels. I feel like for everything else, there's a lot of that with Ayaneo. But look, I still buy their stuff. I
do too. Sad.
And their ingenuity is incredible because their stuff they come up with is so cool.
I'll say like I have limited experience with Ayaneo. Firstly, I'll say for a while I was really anti Ayaneo because of their price. Just really expensive for what you're getting, and companies like Ayan do so great like at providing a device that is very, very similar for a fraction of the cost, right? And Retroid, and they're really knocking it out of the park. So for a long time I didn't feel the need to jump over to that side of the Ayaneo. But I will say like the devices that I have gotten to use from Ayaneo have been great, like the Pocket S1. The Pocket S1, I really like that device. But I'm biased though. I like that form factor. I like the Switch Lite. I like that flat, you know, ready to go. I like the RP4, even though a lot of people didn't like the RP4 because of its form factor. Yeah. So the Pocket S was like, yeah, it was great to me, and I love the all glass front, the paneling. The only drawback to me for that device, and the only reason I didn't keep it in the long run was because I like AMOLED. I like really bright displays. I joke all the time. I say I like to get a sunburn on my retinas. That's what I do. That's my thing, you know. And so, and then also too, like the Ayaneo 3 has been such a good experience. Like, I mean, the wait time and everything was obnoxious. It was a roller coaster. I was on the verge of canceling so many times. But at this point, I'm so happy that I didn't cancel, because the actual device is phenomenal. The issues that I have with the device are not a Ayaneo problem; they're a Windows problem, you know. But other than that, it's great. It's really, really good, and I can't wait to see when this Xbox experience for Windows comes through, so that I can try that out on there. And it's actually been really, really good. The magic modules, I don't know if I needed the whole set and buying the whole set separately, because I don't use the rest of them. I only use the set that came on the device, and I just flipped their orientation, so I have both joysticks up top, and it's been great from there. I mean, I really like the only thing that comes in the case that I do like is the micro switch set. But I don't use the micro switches because I play a lot in bed and I don't want to disturb my wife, or if my toddler's in bed. I mean, the micro switches feel phenomenal, but you always have that little click, 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 click.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So with it.
Yeah, but I do like that they had trigger locks, you know, because there's not a lot of x86 devices with trigger locks. So that was really good. That was really good. But I gotta admit, I gotta give credit where it's due. Like AYN, like they don't play, man. When they deliver something, they deliver. Like it's always a great product. You hear very little complaints, if any, and it always just it's always the price to performance is insane, right?
Absolutely. And they go with mainstream chip SoCs.
Yeah, which is a man. Come on, dude, having that support, we know that's a game changer, right?
Yep.
Like, it doesn't matter if you have a more powerful chip, if the community's not supporting it, if we're not getting the drivers that we need. Like, we've seen this with Anbernic with the 8300 MediaTek.
Yeah.
Like, great chip. The chip is great, but it doesn't have the support for the drivers, right? We don't have that support, and that ruins the device for us. So I think it's really interesting that here, let's pull this up actually. I think it's really interesting what they've done here with the Thor, and you know, we've gotten this announcement from AYN that they're releasing a dual screen device that has dual OLEDs. Of course, we can expect AN quality, which is always good, and the pricing blowed my mind. Like, I was so excited when I saw this price. I was like, holy crap. It's over for this guy. I'll tell you that. Like, if they are, you know, a family company, like, it's over for this guy. Like,
well, there's a rumor.
Like,
sorry,
go ahead. No,
I was gonna say, my understanding is that the housing is exactly the same. So a lot of people are concerned with the hinge.
Personally, the whole thing about the oil leaking and the potential crack in the hinges on the retroids and stuff.
Yeah.
But is that speculation, or is that like concrete, or is that just the community?
We have no way to prove it, right?
Like,
as far as I know, it can't be proven.
I mean, the hinge. When we look at the hinge in the image, it does look
well, and
does look the same.
There's also the point that it's using exactly the same D-pad. It's using exactly the same shoulders and triggers. So it's basically like the same mold with slight modifications to adapt to the Thor is the word on the streets. Now, can we believe them streets? You tell me.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You know,
it would all depend. Yeah, it would depend. It depends on if that hinge comes in two pieces. I mean, we've seen DS Lite design their devices exactly the same way. If they use one solid piece of plastic at the top, it will never break ever unless you drop it or something. But most of these companies split it in half because it makes it easier to mass produce them, right, and put them together in a factory. But hopefully, you know, AYN's like, you know what? We've seen all the problems with other hinges. We're going to do it different. One solid piece at the top, you know, or if it's just one solid piece that's attached to the actual top of the bottom screen device, that would work. Like, I don't know why they always split the plastic where the hinge actually goes into. That's what causes all of those tensions and problems.
Yeah.
So, Too Loud and I were talking, and he had a really good, theory, because when the whole thing happened with Retroid with the hinge and it came out, and Retroid immediately responded and said, "Hey, we're going to take care of this." And I thought that's really great. And he's like, I think they're monitoring this, and I think they have a grasp, and they knew that it was an issue, and it's a certain batch, right? So, and it's something they're just, which kind of makes sense, or it could be what I thought, that they're just so paranoid about the bad rep they received from the mini that they're just responding to this. But now that it's been a couple of weeks, we're not seeing the same widespread negative connotation about the hinge on a Retroid. Maybe they've done a good job of keeping it, or maybe it wasn't as big of a thing as we thought. So potentially it could be a nothing burger. It was just something that they know that they were.
And that's the reason I came to that conclusion, right? Because it was like they were so quick. And when have we ever seen Retroid like ready to have you ship a device to them and them ship you another device? It's always like a self-repair type deal, right? Which is that way with most of these companies. And for them to be so willy-nilly about like, hey, send us your Flip 2, and once we see it's tracking toward us, we'll send you another one back in the mail. Like, to me, it felt like, okay, they know that maybe there was a batch that was kind of on the iffy side of QC, or like the plastics weren't adhering the correct way or something. And they were like, we could do it for this one. It'll make us look really good in the community. It's the best thing to do for them.
I have a bit of a hot take when it comes to that. I think Retroid is just not focused on quality control. And they just have figured, we will deal with the problem later, and we'll hope that the problem is not going to be too big. And the reason why I say that, in my opinion, you take the Flip 1, the Flip 2, the RP Mini, and now the panels. How is it that they didn't see that delay with that dual screen? Like, you don't need to be a pro gamer to not see that there are 5 frames of delay. Now, it's great right now because they're kind of flipping this on its head by being, like you said, proactive and addressing the community. And, they're glorified, rightfully so, because they're addressing the issues, thankfully, and properly this time. But I do think that quality control does not seem to be their priority. That doesn't mean that they don't do nothing. I just don't think that they are heavily focused on making sure that those devices don't have issues, because so far they seem to very consistently have them.
So that's interesting. I think maybe they do we use good quality parts and we have to focus less on post QC. You know what I mean? I think it's a really good point. I'm sorry, Lee, I cut you off. What were you saying, bud?
No, it's perfectly fine. I mean, like you were saying, quality control is definitely not there. They don't test them. They don't, open and close these things 10,000 times. They just put them together, and the thing I think is, a lot of people are like, oh man, Retro was so fast at this and everything. Like, I mean, I get it. That it was great what they did for the community. Of course, he probably had to mortgage his 27th house or something, right? Something like that. But I'll give them props, but I don't think that there's that much hype that should be put behind it, mainly because I'm sure thousands of these units went out in China before they even touched the States, and they probably were already failing over there before they even heard word in the States that they were having issues. So that bought them time. They were just like, well, this crap is falling apart. We better start getting another set coming out, because those people in the US, they complain way more than the people in China.
Yeah, but the other thing that I think we do want to consider is, if we want to keep seeing those prices, something's got to go.
True.
Like, that's a lot of manpower and time to be able to quality control devices over and over to make sure that, this might be a point of failure. So, I think that translates into what we pay. And I'll be honest, considering how many of those devices I'm sure we all have, I kind of like having a low price. I don't mind it. So,
as long as the return rate and the warranties are in place, it can break and you can get it exchanged, no problems. And so, in terms of value, yeah, it's worth it. But if the customer service gets awful, or if they start being shady about the exchange process, then that's when things start becoming a problem.
Yep. Or if they guilt trip you by saying they mortgaged their house, for example.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
You guys want to see some more pictures of this stuff? Sorry, go ahead.
Sure. Actually, yeah.
No, but what were you gonna say?
Well, what I was gonna say is, I will say, like, I feel confident in AYN's products. I feel like this thing is gonna be a banger. I feel like it's gonna be really good. I haven't had a hinge problem on my Retroid, like, as much as like that thing got blown out of proportion or whatever, or just spoken about. Period. I haven't had an issue. I use mine almost daily. And it's been great, and I really love it. I love to see all these clamshells coming out. It really is the year of the clamshell. I was this close to ordering an Ayaneo DS, like this close, and then I wake up and Matt's like, "Why are you calling me? You excited?" And I'm like, "Excited for what?" And you didn't see the AYN? I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" No, I just woke up, bro. Like, what do we got? So I seen it and I was like, oh man, wait. First thing I looked at was like dual OLEDs. Like, yeah, because that was the one bummer of the Ayaneo DS for me. Was like,
agree.
It was a single OLED and the other one was like an IPS or some sort of LCD, right? And I was like, kind of dropped the ball there, guys. But I was still willing to deal with it. I was gonna deal with it because, like, it was what I wanted. I wanted a dual screen, DS type handheld. So I was like, all right. And their prices actually weren't bad. I'll give Ayaneo that. Like, their prices were not bad. Yeah. Like,
it wasn't bad in the first 10 minutes, but as soon as when they sold out of that product, the prices
they still weren't bad. I mean, they still weren't bad. It's still, literally, it's still cheaper than the 1X sugar. So regardless, I think like it was still a banger. It was still a great price. You're getting a great chipset. It was a dual screen. I think that the cooling in that thing is going to be outrageous. Honestly, like, I don't think you'll ever have to worry about thermal throttling because I think that they're using their x86's active cooling from the Flip 1S inside of the DS because it's the same shell. Like, I don't think they changed the shell like at all, except for a bigger screen inside. But I think even in their brand marketing, I believe that they said something like x86 active cooling or something like that. So pretty sure they're using their
cooling stuff that they have.
Active cooling. So
the vapor chamber and all that stuff.
Yeah,
you'll probably be able to overclock it if you want to, and man, push that thing. But I don't know what we would push it for, right? Maybe win later, because Android is not. We don't have everything on Android yet. I mean, I like where Android is going, but we don't have like really great PS3 yet, or like we're not playing Xbox on there yet unless we're cloud gaming. But I mean, I will say. So I have a question for you guys. While we're talking about the Thor. I want to move over to the Odin 3, and I'll go with KLEF first here, because we don't have much information on that one, right?
Nope.
And my question is,
next week,
like, what do you want to see from an Odin 3?
Oh, okay. So first of all, and I made a review on the Odin 2 Mini, and I'm going to take a little bit of a detour here. I am one of those that the Odin 2 I used probably for less than an hour all times combined because that screen was abysmal. And I feel when the reviews came out, I feel like it was not being talked about nearly enough. So when I got to the Odin 2 Mini, it was like, okay, the screen is better, but it's also not amazing. And then the portal like completely shatters the two previous devices. It's so much better. And one thing I want to see, which is not necessarily the specs of the device, but I don't want to go through that loop again. Like, we need to go from, and I don't think it would be otherwise, but you never know with these companies. Nintendo with, the Switch 2 and that LCD panel, I don't want to have to go back so that they can resell me better devices. Like, it needs to have a good panel day one. I wouldn't even be mad if it's not necessarily OLED, but it's got to be a good panel at the very least. So one thing, all that to say, for sure, I'm hoping for ideally OLED. Don't get me wrong. That's what I would, ideally prefer, or at least the option right off the bat. But a great panel for sure. And the other thing, and not to rain on the parade of the Portal, I think it's a phenomenal device, one of the best to come out since. And one thing I would want is that they still improve a little bit from the portal. Like I feel like there are ways they can make it just a little bit more premium, to the point that you were saying.
So
about
really quick,
go ahead,
Clef, not to cut you off. Sorry.
No,
so
fine.
Do you want the Odin 3 to be a follow up to the portal or to the Odin 2?
To the portal. Ideally to the portal. Like go up from there. But if it's not, you gotta find ways to make, like, put it this way. In my mind, the Odin 3 is that SKU that I could definitely crank up the price a little more, introduce things like TMR, introduce trigger stops, make it be more premium. That's what I'm hoping to see, because to the point that we've been saying so far, I think Ein has proven to be able to create amazing devices. So I want to see what they bring to the market with an improved SoC and a more premium device as a whole. That's what I'm hoping for.
Nice. And actually, so moving on, I really want to go across the panel with this one. Lee, what do you want to see from an Odin? Because I know you're an O2 mini lover. So for you, like, what do you want to see?
Okay, so as Clef was saying, you know, we don't want to mess with the panels, but I am actually not afraid there, only because there's some hints here in the Thor that makes me think that the Odin 3 might be ready. And one of the major hints is that they have an exclusive AMOLED screen for the Thor. So I think that maybe they already knew they screwed up so many times with the screen that they were like, look, we need to get these built in-house and not buying them from some third-party factory. So I think the same screen will probably be used in the Odin 3, because that would just make sense. In terms of a manufacturing process, I think the Thor and the Odin 3 will have the exact same screen. It'll be an exclusive AMOLED. I think it runs like, 160 hertz. So I really think that the only thing that's going to change is the shell. Obviously, the Odin 3 won't have a second screen either. In terms of what I would like to see Odin 3 do around the screen, you know, I thought the Odin 2 was super comfy, like super comfy. It was a great device. It was great to hold. It felt great. So I would love, I mean, I know the portal, a lot of people give a lot of claim to it. I just thought it was a little too small. I would like to have that Odin 2 thickness and that hold back. I really loved it.
Okay, so when you say too small, you don't mean in length. You mean in actual like
thickness. Yeah.
Okay,
it got a lot thinner. It got a lot thinner, and I
to me the
really
grip made the portal comfortable.
Without the grip,
I don't know what that feel is without it, because I ordered mine with when I pre-ordered it, so I've had my grip on from day one on my portal. So I don't know, you know what I mean.
See, like give me a little bulkiness, slap a bigger battery in it. Like I'm okay with the bulkiness. Like go for it. It makes it feel better. It's easier to grip. Yeah, does it add weight? Yeah. Oh well, all of these things are heavy. But that's where I really would like to see. I mean, do I need trigger locks? No, but it would be cool. There's a lot of people that like to see them, so that would be cool. Give me full size sticks all day, every day. Please, please give me full. Yeah, I am tired of those tiny Ayaneo little tiny nubs. Ridiculous. Get rid of those things. Their software is, I'd say it's 80% of the way. It's not the worst software out there, but it's not the best either. Maybe work on the software a little, and I think it'd be a great product.
Whose software is the best? Who has the best Android software out there?
Really, I was wondering that.
Yeah,
I was wondering that, because I feel like, honestly, like AN and Retroid probably have the Clef.
Continue.
Well, I was thinking, like, from the handhelds that they probably have the best, but I haven't really messed with the Y700s or the Red Magics, so I don't know if you know something that we don't, as far as like who has the best software implementation.
Is that Astra? Is that Astra got the best software?
Oh, like you'd ask a lot of people if you're buying their devices to use them as a tablet or as a phone. A lot of people would say, it's kind of. But if you're a gamer and you're buying this to game, dude. You have things like frame generation, upscaling. You have cooling, making it so that your panel never shuts. So many features that power users, gamers specifically, will just love with Red Magic. But you know, we're talking handheld, so with that in mind, I can agree. But
and like what KLEF says, like, you know, there's other companies that have made amazing software, but that's the thing that irks me. Across all of the companies, their software is almost identical, like almost to the T. Like they changed some of the UI features and whatnot, but you know, you got fan control. It tells you the internal heat. It tells you how much RAM you're using. Like useless stuff. Who cares how much RAM you're using? You can't even fix that. Android doesn't even let you do anything. You can clear the cache. Woohoo! You gained a gig, but like, give me other features. Frame generation. You know, I don't need AI.
That Red Magic stuff sounds great. Honestly, I can't lie. Like, it would be really, really cool for Red Magic to make a handheld. Red Magic can make a handheld. That would be so cool. Like, you know, that'd be really, really cool.
The reason why I asked that is because when you said that about the software, I feel like most like Retroid and AYN, that their Android is pretty generic, with the exception of Ayaneo. You know, but that iSpace, I think, is janky as all get out. I think I'm just not a huge fan of it. So that's why I was kind of thought your opinion, and then KLEF came in and blew it all up with the Red Magic.
Yeah, it's not horrible. Like,
I've been thinking about getting one, and now you're making me want one.
Yeah, Ayaneo's space isn't horrible. Okay, let me take that back. Ayaneo's space at the beginning was actually going places. It had great features. It was doing good and everything. And then as time continued, it seems like they're different than AYA and, you know, and Retroid. Instead of quality control, they were trying to like make the best outer shell in existence, and they completely forgot about the software. Now you got to go in, you got to double click the fan modes to get the fan to kick in, and you got to go in and click the controller module twice because the controls won't work, you know, or it doesn't save your settings, and it's like it went away. They were doing good, and then I guess they fired the designers or the software developers or something. I don't know what they did, but it's been going downhill pretty fast.
So I will say, like, with my experience from iSpace, and I completely forgot about that. It was like, it's actually not bad, but then I remembered what you're saying, and I'm like, okay, actually, you're right, because like, and it's weird because like, if you use it all from controller and you're controlling the panel, the settings from the controller, it works phenomenal. If you're doing it by touchscreen, now, yes, you have to double tap everything. Everything is a double tap, and it's aggravating. It's like, dude, let me just move it. This is my finger going across the screen. Let me move the bar across, and it won't let you do it. But other than that, it's very they're all very similar, to be fair.
They are.
Like, they're all very, very similar. I would really like to. Now I want to try Red Magic. Thanks, KLEF.
Yeah. Thanks, KLEF.
I want cool features. Like, I want to be able to turn on and off AI. I want to have one that just like uncaps the GPU and the CPU. Yeah. Can I destroy my own hand now? Sure. But let me decide if I'm going to do that or not. Like, let me uncap everything. Let me uncap the CPU. Let me uncap the GPU. Let me have the fan going at jet speed. I don't care. Just give me some cool stuff. Please shut up. This time to move
on. That's so bad. I want to see you so bad.
Oh, dude. Yeah, give me some cool stuff to mess with. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I feel it. I
love that. I love that. And Red Magic still have some ways to go. Like I said, just to clarify, I said frame gen and upscaling. It doesn't work on every titles, unfortunately. Like, they're not giving you the free reins. It's the titles that they approved it for. But just the fact that it's there, you know, it's showing me that they're moving in a direction to help gamers have more tools. I just want to throw a quick analogy with the iSpace in my mind. You know how as a kid you'd have a list of chores that you have to do, and like you have to pass the broom and you don't do the corners, you just go super quick, and then you're like, okay, you check that one, and then you move to cleaning the dishes, you just put everything in the sink. Check. That's iSpace for me. It feels like, yes, everything is there, but it's just the engineer was like, okay, I did that part, and never goes back to it, never checks, does it work? Like, do you give the flex? Anyways, so yeah.
That's a really good analogy, though, honestly. Like, it's really good because, you know, my dad used to say, like, and I never heard anybody say this before him. He used to tell me like, "You're doing it all half-ass," like and it was like it was true though. I was just trying to like dock out whatever the hell you told me to do so I could be about my business. Like I want to go to the basketball court. I want to go hang out with my friends. I just want to get out this house as fast as possible, dude. Like, and yeah, that's basically the same thing. So yeah, that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
So really quick, back to the Thor. Are these now what they're saying are going to be the official colorways?
The white isn't completely finalized yet. They said that
they were saying even the thing about canceling the white, right, or something.
Yeah. They said that the buttons are going to be okay. So the finalization is going to be up to the community, is what they said in the Discord.
Yep.
And that includes the color of the buttons, which is interesting. I don't want
Skittles. I don't want Skittles. I'm so skittled out, like. And I know
in terms of the community,
everybody's one way. Like some people love the Skittles. I'm not big on Skittles, dude. I'm not.
I think they should just do DMG, some maroon.
No,
like
dude,
that.
they need to do this.
I feel that same way about the DMG. I'm kind of burnt out on DMG.
But how many choices are they going to give the community to choose from? Is the real question.
I mean, historically, other than the Odin 2, it was always like 3 choices, right? I mean, so we'll see what they do. I mean, I'm curious.
According to the Discord, I was actually keeping track on that all day. The only change is really to the white one and the buttons. So the Skittles, to your point, they're apparently gone because they made a pool. They only gave 2 options. Now it's white buttons with colored glyphs or white buttons with gray glyphs. So
okay. I don't mind the colored glyphs. Like that to me is clean. It's especially on a white product, right? Like it's just for me, like having an all white product with these little Skittle buttons, it kind of like throws off the colorway to me. Like I'd much prefer a white product with all white buttons with colored glyphs. That's just it's clean. It's very
and that
clean.
one is winning by 5 votes. So vote if you want that one.
Only if they do the color right. If it starts fading, I'm gonna be upset.
Fair.
I'm not gonna vote. I'm gonna be really fair with the community. I'm not gonna vote because I'm not gonna buy the color either way. Like so it wouldn't be fair for me to vote. I don't have right. Like I'm gonna vote on a product that I don't have an intention of getting that color to begin with. Like for me, I'm going black. I realize that like with OLED devices, I really just like black devices because I love for that screen to just melt into the device,
float into the night.
Yeah,
I was thinking the same on the black, and then these pictures came out today, and my wife even seen it. She's like, "Oh, you're getting the purple, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I said, "I'm not getting another purple device." And then my wife seen it. She's like, "Oh yeah, you're getting the purple, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can't." I mean, it's just,
the purple is really clear, and it's very, very like almost spot on to atomic purple, right?
It's Odin 2 purple. It's Odin 2 purple is what it is. And that was the first thing my wife. She's like, "That's like your other Odin." I'm like, "Yeah." It hit the spot for me. Something that 2 things that you guys mentioned earlier I want to talk about. So the bottom screen on this Thor is the same screen that's in the classic, right?
Yep.
It's in the same screen that's in RP Mini.
Yep.
And the same screen that's in Ayaneo DMG. Why did they not put this in the Pocket DS? Why did they not use that panel in the Pocket DS?
Because they're dumb.
I thought that was a poor call, man. I was like,
it was probably 3-wing or 2-wing. They were just like,
no
LCD all the way.
I think there's a reason. First, because the Odin, the Thor has a 6-inch up top, whereas the Ayaneo has a 7-inch. So if you went with the OLED smaller screen, it would dwarf too much in comparison to I think that's what they went for. And maybe I don't know if they thought that far, to be honest, but maybe the other reason was if you intend to run your control center on the bottom screen a whole lot because of OLED, because of burn-ins, considerations like that.
Okay. Right.
Maybe that was a reason, but just like what you guys said, that's the one reason that prevented me from getting the Pocket DS, and I'm glad I waited. It was up, Ayn. I'm sorry.
LCD is awful. The 800 nits on top and then the 500 nits on the bottom. Come on.
Isn't it 4
And then
on the
I
bottom?
was gonna have an uneven tan, dude. It would have been horrible. Like,
it's 4 or 5. I don't even remember. Not only that, I think who was I talking to? Was I talking to you too loud, or was I talking to Jedi about if you use the bottom screen, it locks the top screen to 60
you're
hertz.
telling me about it. Yeah.
But that's an Android limitation for the record.
Yeah. But like, so can you turn off the bottom screen and just run the top? Oh, okay. So that's how it works. Because I was like, the top does 165, so that's kind of crazy. But the last part on this Thor, all I want to know is your guys' opinion on the design, because like this is what really caught me and what really sold me. It's just because it's clean. It doesn't have a bunch of stupid buttons on the front. I know some people have been complaining that it's got this glossy look on the top. I'm assuming it's all glass. And they're like, fingerprints, blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, it happens. But what do you guys think?
Really quick. First, I want to acknowledge, I'm gonna slaughter his name. Reserve. In the chat, he says, yo, what do I do if I have a brand new Retroid Flip 2 shit? Question. The Thor looks sick.
Sell it as fast as you can before the price goes low.
Yeah,
bro. Sell it on Marketplace or eBay before the other one comes available.
That's it. I mean, I think that's what any of us would. Honestly, I'm gonna sell my Retroid. I don't have a point. I don't have a use for it after this comes out. It's just gonna collect dust. I'm not really in the business of collecting. And I have way too many devices already, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and as much as I thought about keeping it, only because I'm weird and I really like the 2 sticks up top orientation. So I did think about keeping it just because of that. But I know, like, once I get the Thor in hand, even with those 2 sticks up top, I'm not coming back to this thing, dude. Like, so it's really no point. And it's an awesome device. Don't get it wrong. Like, we're not sitting here saying like the Retroid is not shit. It's really not. It's actually a really great device. The Snapdragon 865 has exceeded my expectations, like by far, man. And I think for the price, it's really, really good. It's just insane what Ayan was able to do. Like
really I mean, $30 more, you get another screen with the same chip.
yeah, dude. Like, wow. Yeah. So, now back to your question, Lee. I think the design, I don't have much to say on it. I think it's amazing. I think it's really, really good. I think what I'm seeing on the front is 2 front slits for front firing speakers. They look like the Retroids buttons. The Retroids buttons were great to me. I mean, it looks like basically like almost the same panel as the Retroid, the dual OLEDs. It looks great. It looks like a upgraded Retroid Flip 2. That's all. That's it.
What about you guys, KLEF Jedi?
I'm gonna say I'm really sad that we don't have a clock on top of the. Where's my clock? Or my pizza? Like, where is it?
Oh my god!
You are so going against the grain right now.
I know. No, I'm just trolling people right now.
Dude, look, what if they're like, you know what? We heard KLEF last night. We decided to make a last-minute design change.
I will be forever hated in the community. Like, forget it. They will put me on whatever
pitchforks, dude. Yeah.
Like, for me, if the Thor was called Hella, I would wine and dine it, because man, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I love it, and there's a symmetrical quality to it. Like, you look at the speaker fins, and it's they nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. If we're just talking aesthetics, like if we're talking functionality, the Flip 2 bumpers and shoulder triggers are not my favorite, but I can work with that. It's really small detail, all things considered. I think they really hit a home run with that one, and I can't wait to order one. Can't wait. That's it. That's what I got.
What about you, Matt?
I think so I like the Flip 2. I wasn't the ergonomics were a little iffy. You put a grip on it, it was better. I'm sorry, too loud, but I like this stick orientation much better. stick and button orientation better because I found it to be a little awkward to use. I mean, not everybody's, I mean, we've seen before you got terrible taste in beans and stuff, so you don't have great taste in a lot of things, and that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what makes you unique, right?
Says the guy who has like one person in his quarter on the beans.
Listen, we're not going there. Stop making stuff up. But what I love about this is I just love the whole thing.
Actually,
I love the look of it.
Pinto bands, all black bands, all black bands. Pinto bands, all black bands, all.
You brought it on, so we might as well ask him. We might as well ask him.
Wait, what's up?
Pinto beans or black
Was,
beans?
I'm black beans.
Black.
I knew it, bro.
So much hope for you. Listen, the guy's got bad
I had
taste.
no question about it. I know where my boy's from, bro. I know his roots.
Thank you. You should have made.
Oh, that's not fair.
You should have made another one for like when they choose. It's just like black beans.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to overwhelm it.
Yeah, where's chickpeas in that list? Like, what's up?
No, it's only two options. It's only two options. There's no gandules. There's no nothing else, bro.
The standout for me is that it has the bottom panel, and I really like how clean and smooth that just the glass front on the bottom panel looks. I mean, just the whole thing is just sexy. I mean, just the whole thing is just. It just looks so good. Even with the white one with the Skittles or however, it looks clean. I was all in on black. Like Tula had me. I mean, because this black, it just looks so just. And I know this is a handheld, it's a toy, but man, sexy is the only word I could come up with. It looks so good. And and the black, I'm still looking at the black, but I mean, I'm loyal.
Black black always gives me like a modern, simplistic feel when you're looking at it.
A very classy, just elegant.
Yeah,
I love the purple, and the boss spoke, and she said, "You're getting the purple, right?" So I don't get a choice at that point, right? If the boss spoke, you know what I mean. You guys all got
play Donkey Kong on this thing. Yeah.
Well,
so
talking about Donkey Kong, I do have one hot take, which is ideally me. Just that's a me thing. I would want the layout, the North American layout, or Xbox or standard, however you want to call it.
Right. I agree.
I would flip the AB and YX because yes, DS and 3DS emulation is going to be phenomenal on that device, but it's also going to be great for so many other things. So that's that's the only thing I'd change. But better than that, clean.
I'd take that too. I would take that.
I agree. I love the A on the bottom.
I have Xbox one last thing to say, and then let's move on from this one.
For sure.
So the one thing that I had an issue with the Flip 2, literally the only thing that I didn't care for, they fixed it on this device, and I'm thankful for that. And that's they moved the volume buttons, because I can't tell you how much I hit the volume button while playing with like my inner palm.
Interesting.
So the fact that they moved it to the bottom, I'm really appreciative of that. So I think we got a lot to expect. I think it's going to be really exciting to have this. Also, too, I cannot wait to put some pun hype sticks on this device.
Yes.
Because it's gonna look phenomenal. Shout out to Pun real quick, my boy. He gives us with these beautiful hype sticks, and they're so comfortable. And that's it.
Not only that, shout out to AYN for having a grip right off the bat.
Yes. Because
I'm curious to see if they're gonna have colorway grips. No, I'm curious to see if they're gonna have colorway grips, or if they're gonna be one color.
Yeah. Let's not expect too much. If they give it to us, we'll be happy.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
Let's not expect too much. So now let's go ahead and move on to.
It's time for question of the day, KLEF. Qui est bon? Tu poses la pièce, du KLEF. It's time for question of the day, KLEF. Qui est bon?
Dude, I love it. Oh my god. So question of the day. So I throw you guys a question, right? So here's a first thing that crosses my mind. If you were to get a slap, be it a naughty or like someone trying to hurt you kind of slap, where would you want it?
So is this a 2-part answer, or is this a 1-part answer?
Are
we getting a naughty and a bad, or we're choosing between them?
You decide what kind of slap it is. All I want to know is where does it land?
No. I hope I'm not getting slapped for any reason for it not being outside of naughty. So,
you were talking about breaking our nose. Like, Clearly, you don't mind a slap.
Yeah, it's a cry. Oh man, dude, I don't even know because I'm married to a Filipina, so like I get slapped every day. Like that's just their way of showing love. It's like bow, 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 bow. So like it's normal for me. So like arm, I guess, leg, it probably wouldn't be naughty. It's probably just be a normal slap to get my attention or to tell me something. Like sometimes we're watching a show and she's like, oh my god, oh my god. So like it's normal for me.
Oh dang! Oh dang! Oh dang! Wait, do we need to leave you guys? Because
that's my wife. That's my wife, dude.
I figured. I'm not, No,
I know. I think she got stuff to do. I don't think she's gonna come. Yo,
that's funny. Gamer generation jumped in when we're talking about getting slapped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Freak.
I'll tell you where I don't want to get slapped, because my wife, she has this, and I'm sure all wives do it, because I just don't want to feel alone here. But it drives me crazy. Like it literally drives me crazy. She walked by, I'm in the kitchen doing something, and she just slap me right in the ass, bro. Just bam, and just keep moving. Like, why do you have to do it? Like, why?
You don't do that to her? You don't do that to her?
Well, that's way different, dude. Whose side are you on here? Like,
yeah, he's like 2025, man. That's a double standard.
Yeah,
that's my preference.
Like, she's got the extra cushion back there. I don't.
No, I know, dude. Like a cardboard box, bro. Like,
slap me on that ass.
Yeah,
take it.
Oh, Matt.
No, you're giving it willy nilly. Okay.
No, I don't. I'm not trying to get slapped in the face. Just slap me on the ass.
My boy, Danny.
I get what Too Loud is saying though. I like some. Look, let me just drop the word. Some of those slaps are emasculating, and that's where I think you're like, oh my god, like. What are you doing? Stop! I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna need a minute.
Imagine being like in public, like at a public place, and like you, like everybody's like looking at you, talking to you, like, "Yeah, Clef, how you doing?" And your wife just come up like, "Damn, he's doing great!" Like,
and that whole area knows who's boss in that relationship at that point,
right?
Oh my god,
dude!
That's when you turn like. Is it time for us to go, baby? Like,
yeah, for real. Did I say something I should have? Like
we need to go talk. Like, what's wrong?
Hey, I love that question, dude. I love that question.
Awesome.
It was a pretty funny question. Yeah.
Jedi, you're insane, dude.
Okay, we've seen Jedi in a kill, and I know there's nothing back there. So your wife's hand must hurt when she does that. She's just hitting like straight bone, right? Like, whoo.
Oh, dude. So, Clef, actually, I wanna chat with you for a little bit here, dude. Like, so, man, your channel has been taking off, man. I took a little bit of a hiatus from my channel for a while, and your channel's doing its thing, man. I'm really happy to see that. I love your content, and I see that you've been really getting heavy into the controllers, the controllers. Also, too, I see. I thought that was I saw your short. You were on vacation and you had the Lumas with you.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was good.
I thought that was awesome, dude. I thought that was awesome. So, nice. What are you most? Here's my question: is like, what are you most enjoying? Creating right now as far as video format and content.
That's a great question. I honestly would change on the day because there is so many different things that I do cover. The name of the channel is wide for a reason. I wanted to keep an open policy as to what I can review. So game tech, anything that is within some capacity, the gaming realm, or can be used by gamers. Look, one of my favorite tech in recent months, I want to say, is definitely XR glasses, but at the same time, it's probably the worst thing to create. Making reviews of those things are an absolute pain. So if I just take into consideration what I like to create for the channel, I'd probably say controllers, just because I've done it for so long. Like, I got my pattern, I know what I'm doing. I also have so much to choose from that it just helps me, like, be efficient. And again, thank you for the channel. It's been growing. I get more and more emails, so it's very important for me to manage my time. But to not drag this any longer, there's one thing, I don't know where it is. There's one thing I received today that I'm super excited about. That's the first one.
Sure. Yeah.
It's going to be this guy. That is the 10S Pro that they sent for review. So I'm super excited to cover this. I feel like it's going to be a challenge because I always wanted to stay away from cell phones because they offer so much, and I like to be thorough in my review. So I'm like, okay, the gaming part is important, but like there's so much more to that device. So that's going to be very challenging and probably one of the things I'm thinking about the most right now in the coming days, weeks.
I would wonder how you would go about that, because like, to me, like, you're so gamer centric, right? So I would have assumed that you would have really just dove in on the gaming aspect, but you make a really good point, right? With a phone, it's so much more than just a gaming machine. A person is not gonna buy, generally a person is not gonna buy a phone just for the gaming aspect of it, right? They need to know about the cameras, they want to know about screen quality, charge time, like they want to know about connectivity, like how great is your connectivity and going to different regions, and so
stop. Yeah, I'm gonna send it back. Stop, like you're making me tired already, man.
I'll make the review for you. Just send it over here, dude.
All right,
I got you.
Right,
no, I think it'll be a good. I think that's a good challenge for you, Clef. Honestly, I do. I think that's a good challenge for you. I think, you doing that, it also opens a door for you into another space within the tech realm, which, is a huge space, dude. And I wish you luck on that. Brother, you did an amazing job on reviewing the. It wasn't the. The Lumas was great, but I really, really loved your XR Pro review. Like that one, I was blown away. And dude, if you can review XR glasses, a phone is gonna be a walk in the park. Literally, record yourself walking in the park with the phone and like using your GPS with walking.
You hear me now?
Doing Pokemon Go.
Dude, like
breathing heavy.
Guys, recording strangers. Like
very different style of phone review. Let me zoom in on the people.
Yes.
What you need to do is get some poutine, some Celine Dion, and find a Canadian goose or geese and have them eating it while listening to Celine Dion and record them.
I'm down.
I wasn't kidding. My wife made me poutine for Clef.
Wait, are you seriously eating a poutine?
Yeah, bro.
What? Dude,
represent.
Wait, hold on. I got a big
question. You're
who's eating that right now?
It's just Clef. Stop. Listen, let me tell you a story. Why? So my wife said, "Who's that?" I said, "Poutine." I said, "Yes." She said, "I'm gonna make you poutine for his episode."
He didn't even know that I kicked him out. he just was going.
Kick me out, you monster!
Dude, I'm starving, bro.
I thought it was him playing a joke. That was perfect timing. That was great.
Truthfully, I thought he closed the window himself. He does it all the time.
He kicked me out, jerk. I was saying that Clef is easily my favorite YouTuber. He kicked me out.
Wow.
Oh, is that what you were saying? Because I can still hear you in the background. I want you to know.
So, funny enough, about Clef, one of my favorite things is your ability to include the technical aspect and the humor. There's a few YouTubers that do that really, really well. Tech Dweeb is one everybody thinks of, and when I look at that, I look at you like that as well too, because You look. You did a short yesterday about the G7 with
too
your
loud
kids.
tech?
No, you did a short yesterday. Was it yesterday, the day before, with your kids and the two G7 Pros and your son, who looks exactly like you, has the exact same hair and everything. And I thought it was hysterical. I loved it. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Here, let me show you something else. That this by here, this right here. Where's it at?
Thank you, by the way.
Yep.
So while he's doing that, KLEF, where's the best place to get poutine in Canada?
Oh man, this is an impossible conversation to have. There's too many places.
Say, why would you even ask that?
There's gotta just be one go-to place for you.
Like that's like asking where's the best rice and beans in South Florida. Like, oh come on, dude, stop playing.
There's gotta be one good place.
I mean, there's a place that everyone says, but it's not truly the place. It's called La Banquise. And it's like this downtown Montreal restaurant or close to downtown. And it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good. They have like 25 different options. But like the best poutines are the ones that you don't expect to be great. And the problem with
that's where I was going.
And poutine is amazing. But the problem is once you have the best poutine, everything is going to like just be not compared to and not taste as great. But, you know, I still eat it because it's amazing.
Yeah,
I wish we had that Astro is a Pimp song loaded already.
Oh my gosh,
ready to go, because our boy Astro just jumped in the chat and I wanted to hit him with it. We've been having a blast making up music, and we make music for our friends.
Yeah, we have.
And like
I love it.
we just have a good time, dude. Like it's been crazy. Poutine, I have not gotten to try some bomb ass poutine. Like I have not.
You haven't had poutine?
Not really a thing. No.
Oh,
works both ways.
Works both ways.
You jerk. The only difference is that I noticed immediately. Right?
I was too busy
talking, bro.
I was gushing about my boy, bro. Let me finish this thought. So, if you guys haven't seen, Too Loud put this incredible collaboration together called Tag Your It, where we talk a bunch of creators created videos talking about their top 5 androids. And I wanted to highlight KLEF because this scene that I'm going to show you from his video might possibly be the funniest shit I've ever seen in a YouTube video. This part here.
Oh my god! Yes, I remember that.
Oh my god! Now I watched that video, KLEF. First, I was so excited because you had called me out and you said it with that French accent, and I loved it, right? And then you did that, man. And I'm always drinking coffee, bro. I spit coffee across the screen, all over my keyboard, on my monitor, man. That was so good, man. That was just, and that's the stuff I love about your content. It's fun, man, and it's just, I dig it, man. I dig it a lot. So,
thank you.
I'm done gushing now. I'm gonna eat my poutine.
Well, now that you brought that video up, I will say, like, first of all, the project was really, really fun. It was the first project that I really kickstarted myself. It was like my first little brainchild. I didn't expect it to go as well as it did. I didn't expect as many creators to gravitate toward it. Even afterward, I had creators like messaging me like, hey, can I be in there? And I was like, oh dude, we already got this one wrapped up, man. Next one. But it was really good. Everybody, man, put their best foot forward and it really just had a good time with it, right? It wasn't like super serious. It was like, it was informational, but it was also fun. And I really enjoyed that. I did. I had a blast watching all of them. I was a little bit let down because I didn't get to do my own formal entry. Which the next season I will make sure to have my own because I want to have fun too, guys. Like I want to do something silly,
Did we decide to bump you in favor of KLEF? I think we did.
No, it's because he did it with the RH. It was all done on the podcast.
No, we bumped him because we'd rather you do it.
Oh yeah, we bumped him. We bumped
do it next season too.
Bumped me on my own project is crazy. I just want to say that's crazy, man. So it was a good time, and thank you, KLEF, for your entry because that it was a phenomenal entry, dude.
Oh, so good.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
I don't want to ruin it. If you guys haven't seen it, you have to go watch it. It's on his channel. There's so many funny stuff about it. It was so good.
Actually, since we're speaking about it, I'm gonna link it in the description to the live stream.
That's great.
When I get home. I'll go ahead and link that in there so people can find it easily because, dude, you have to watch it. It's such a great,
funny.
And then even the thumbnail, goes crazy. Like,
dude, that was all AI. I know not everyone liked that thumbnail, but that was, you know what?
I thought it was great. I
with the snot running down his nose.
It's so extreme. It's super extreme. I do want to say, if anyone goes and watch all of them in chronological order, because beyond like the humor and the fun times that we had making this as a group, there are so many great titles that I picked up being part of it from other people's suggestions. There's really a great pool of suggestions in here, and because you're going to be buying a Thor, you might as well have ideas of games to play.
Perfect time. Yes. Yeah. Wow, great segue, dude. Great segue into the Thor, dude. Man, it's like you're a professional YouTuber, dude. Like, man. dude, you're on fire. So, dude, we're let's talk about something really quick here, and then because I really want to talk about this one for a short moment, and then we're gonna do something. So here we go. Man.
Oh,
where do we stand with this thing, you guys? Because she is the butterface, but I bet she's comfy though. Like,
right. Agreed.
I just keep on imagining lugging this thing around. I'm like, this is straight up couch handheld. Like it never leaves the couch.
Oh yeah, easy.
Ever.
There's no way you can.
That's okay. That's okay though. Right? I mean, that's okay though, right? Like, I think like it's okay to have a dedicated couch handheld. You know, let's be fair here. How many of us are lugging around our x86 everywhere? Be fair. I know you guys want to say me every day, everywhere. Lee, put your hand down because yours barely leaves its rack. Like, so you stop playing. Like, you stop playing. Like, as much as I want to lug mine around, I left it home today. I was like, dude, I don't want my backpack to be heavy. I'm not carrying this thing. I carry my iPad Pro, and that's it, dude. Like, so it's okay to have a nice couch device, and I think that this will be one. And so what do you guys like your expectations? Are you guys going to pick one up? Like, where we at with this?
Okay, bar set low. Might pick one up. Depends. I really want to see the Xbox new or Windows new gaming platform. I think I'm far more curious about that than actually the handheld itself.
Fair.
I personally think they did a phenomenal job from the leaks that we had seen to upgrading the looks now. And especially like in that angle, we don't see all the ROG printed on the device. I think it actually looks decent and it looks so comfortable. My hype kind of dwindled a little bit since Gamescom. I'm not going to lie. One of the main reasons is Microsoft approaching this device with not having the ability to play Xbox bought titles, which to me is like so essentially it's a PC handheld, right? I was hoping that OS front loaded Microsoft would allow you to run Xbox games, but no. If you want to play your games that you have bought, of course Game Pass you will because it's on PC, but if you bought a game an Xbox game, it's going to have to be through the cloud, and I think that's a big fail, to be honest, in my personal opinion. They could have found a way to introduce some kind of storefront on PC. I don't know, but to me, that irks me the wrong way. For everything else, I'm hyped. I would have preferred a different panel, but I might pick one up, to be honest. Will I keep it within the 30 days? After the 30 days?
So I think that's a really good perspective, and I had not thought about this before, but like, how many people are going to pick this up solely on the face of Xbox, thinking that they'll be able to play their Xbox library, and I think that's a fair point, dude. I only looked at this from the x86 side because I'm privy to this. I'm in this space, right? I enjoy x86. I'm a PC gamer first and foremost. So most of my gaming is on x86. But for those who are not PC gamers, for those who are like just venturing into this space, who are console gamers, they're gonna look at this and assume, I would think, that it's gonna play their Xbox library. And I think that actually is a great point you brought up there. I would. So what? I'll be honest here. Just from the content creator aspect, I would consider picking one of these up because I think that it is going to be mega hype. Like it's going to be like Steam Deck level hype, just because of the Xbox title. Literally solely because of that. It's gonna run laps around the original Allies, and I'm not talking for. I'm talking just because of brand recognition. We know how powerful that is, right? Yep. And so I think that from a creator aspect, I think that this will be really good for making content. But as far as like a personal preference, there's x86s that appeal to me more. I will say. I'm still on Lenovo Legion Go 2. Like I'm really looking forward to that one. And like Lee said, I am more hype for the Xbox experience than for the actual handheld. Like I want that Xbox experience across my x86 lineup, you know. And I think they're doing some cool things. I've watched a bunch of these videos from Gamescom and all this stuff going on right now, and really, really cool. I'm really excited. It looks like a great device. I would say, like, for those who are not savvy, stay away from the white one. Like, don't waste your money because you're gonna be upset. You're not gonna get to play everything that you're gonna want, especially if you're an actual Xbox gamer, right? Like you're looking at titles that are very performant, and this device is not gonna meet that mark. So, you know, the black one is the way to go.
So let me ask you guys this, because my perspective, I get what you guys are saying, but I don't know the last time I bought an Xbox game. Everything I play on my Xbox is Game Pass exclusives. And I was going to say Destiny, but you guys got me switching Destiny to PC, so I haven't paid for a Destiny game in like 2 years even. So I don't know the last time I bought an Xbox game. So everything I play on my Xbox is going to be Game Pass related stuff. So I don't know, but I get your point because I hadn't thought about that either. But I think that's a great point. But I really don't know. My other take on this is that I want to see what Lenovo's going to do. I'm stuck on the potential that Lenovo's showing with the OLED and I'm stuck on this 24 gigs of RAM thing. I don't see why they're not doing 32 gigs of RAM. And I want an 8-inch. I got my taste out of an 8-inch handheld, and I think for x86, that's the sweet spot. So that's just,
when you got dinosaur eyes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I agree. You know, Clef's got more gray than me. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
My boy Clef, don't try it. My boy gets this done at the barber shop.
Yeah, he dyes
yours is natural, and you also got to be dyeing it because I can't eat. I think that your beard is implants because like you gotta be you have to be at least like 3.5 million years old at this point, dude.
Right?
And like I said before, you are accredited in the wiki for creating fire. So
Clef and I were in the same elementary school, just so you know. I mean, I'm not gonna talk to you because I'm eating my poutine.
Oh dang! Maybe
wow.
We want one right now.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this device is cool. I'm hoping tariffs don't hurt its price. We've been seeing, all the companies coming out raising prices on all their devices. Sony, Nintendo, all of them are coming out and doing it. So I really hope Lenovo and Ally are not affected by it in any way, and they can hold true to their prices.
And I want to add, I think that will greatly shift the price, because there were rumors saying $899. Then ultimately Best Buy pulled the numbers. Like if it's $899, oh geez, I
you
am
can't
way
not
more
get it if
now.
it's $899, right? You
Right?
can't not get it.
But if it's $1,200, and I get what you were saying, Jedi, about Xbox, and I'm kind of in the same camp, but to me it doesn't make sense that this is being slapped Xbox on. This is being brought forward as a new Xbox device, and it doesn't have the ability to continue on the library that you've been building, something that Microsoft has been so vocal about wanting to support for gamers. So I'm just like, Matt is not matting for me right now. I feel like, yeah,
that's a great point. I hadn't thought about it. I was so excited about it. And to Tula's point, I think it's a marketing piece. And I think this is going to be the biggest device in our space that ever released because Microsoft is doing a good job of branding it.
I agree. And of all the companies, although I am with you, I am super excited to see what Lenovo is going to do. But I do have to give credit to Asus. They really brought it up in the handheld space, the PC handheld space. So I'm super excited for that as well, knowing that they were the ones to get the license. I know it's in good hands. So, there's that to look forward. And finally, having a Z2 Extreme device on the market. Z2 Extreme AI, nonetheless, if you go for that black model.
Yep.
So
that's
exciting stuff, too.
That's exciting stuff.
That's something else that I'm curious about, right? Like, I want to see the performance difference between the AI Z2 and the non-AI, because I believe the Lenovo Legion Go 2 is going to have the non-AI variant, whereas the Ally X2, I guess, will have the AI variant. And I want to see, how much performance difference that makes, because right now, from what I'm seeing, is that it may actually make a pretty big difference with all of this pre-shader loading and all of this stuff that they're working on right now with the whole Xbox experience. So it might actually, like, that device may be pretty performant, actually. Like, me and Lee talked about this before, right? Because all of us here, we all have devices with the HX370, right? And
bunch of elitists, you guys are. Bunch of elitists.
Okay, because you don't have an HX370. Yeah, you're right.
I'm a hypocrite. Everybody knows. Everybody watching knows I'm a hypocrite. We're talking about y'all.
Okay, so anyways, the HX370, we talked about this early on, and we were like, we came to the conclusion that, like, these devices may actually just trade blows. Like, it may not be a huge performance difference between the two, right? Because, like, how much do extra cores matter when it comes to gaming? Right, most of them are not taking advantage of 12 cores, right? Let alone even 8 cores sometimes, right? So I think, and that's the major part of the HX370 over the Z2 is the core count. So I think that really they're gonna be pretty even. Allegedly, the NPU uses Auto SR. Allegedly, so that's Gamers Generation.
And they're saying that feature is not going to be available at launch. The Auto SR, the Auto SR is the what is it called? Auto Super
Resolution. It's the Auto Super Resolution.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
And actually, that information has just been coming out over the last couple of days during Gamescom.
I think it's more rumors than anything at this point, but maybe will come later.
Yeah. Well,
no, I don't think it's rumors. I think it's actually legit because I actually seen it on, and maybe I'm wrong here, but if I remember correctly, I think I seen it on an Xbox podcast on Gamescom.
Oh wow!
Them talking about it, not them showing it, them talking about it. So I think it's a little bit more than rumor. So I think that if that is the case, right, like the AI will be much more beneficial.
We talked about that before. Sorry.
And that's fine. If you take some chips, versus the Z1E, for example, one of the great ways that the mainstream line chips stood out, and I would hope that you guys know that software. If you don't buy it, it's completely worth it. Lossless scaling. Anyone familiar?
Oh yeah. I have it on all my handhelds.
There you go. So it really was performing better on mainstream line chips. And HX370 was a pretty substantial jump when it comes to that as well. So I do think, with Auto SR, which hopefully there would be some frame generation aspect to that down the road. But if you even put that aside, everything that's led to this point so far makes me believe that lossless scaling will also perform better on that chip. So it's going to be interesting to see, what we can do with the AI variant.
Yes.
Yeah, we've talked about it before about AI. What benefits we would be receiving out of it, and I mean, me and Matt and Tula have talked about this. Hours, and we're excited to see frame generation and pre-shader loadings and figure out what you're going to do before it happens and things like that. So it's just the future of gaming. Will it make things better or easier? Maybe. How long it'll take? Don't know.
Yeah, I think it's really exciting.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, we know that these corporations like to do stuff like that with rebranding and things like that. So that's
I wondered if it was going to be a rebranded FSR as well too.
Possible.
Yeah. I mean, but one thing that I am excited about is because Xbox is getting in on this, right? Xbox is now. Because I know for a fact one thing that they did say during the podcast is that they would be working on optimizing these games for these handhelds for like together with the developers, which is something that we haven't had done before in the Windows space. So if we have Xbox on their end working with the developers to get these games optimized to work on the Z2s, it's just going to be better for all of our handhelds, period, right? And then having Windows debloated on the back end where it's not running the taskbar and all this extra stuff. It's like, it's really at the end of the day, we're going to win regardless of what handheld we're on.
I agree.
So it's very exciting space. So actually let's, we're going to shift away from a little bit of this. Well, we got a few minutes left here with my boy KLEF and, man, I gotta say
before we shift away. Go ahead. I wanted to ask a question related to the gaming aspect and all this stuff. You guys have been watching.
Mind you, we have a few minutes left, so
this is quick. Okay. You've been watching Gamescom. Have you guys seen any of the games announced?
Couple, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some.
Bruh.
Which one are you going to talk about?
Bruh.
Oh, I haven't even seen that.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Dragon Pearl of Destruction. Intense beat-em-up action that puts the power in your hands.
Alja,
Grab a friend,
super duper.
Fight for Eternia with 4 playable heroes. Classic arcade controls. It's powered-up pixel.
All right, Jedi, we can get it. You're old.
Oh my god, dude! Is that not the coolest thing you ever seen in your life, man? Okay,
I wouldn't put it up that high,
Sony Walkman is in the thing. He's watching. I know he's just spazzing out when he's seen that with me because I know he's old like I am. I feel like KLEF is probably old like I am. Look, he's holding back the smile. KLEF wants to play.
I just lost a minute of my life for no reason.
Yeah, I think KLEF is trying to hold his composure and be the nice guy.
See,
look. I'm familiar with He-Man, but the thing is, I'm French, bros. So I know, but that's not the cartoon that I had on TV. If I'm being honest, if that was like Astro Boy, I'd be like you'd see me go wild, with Astro le petit robot. Let's go.
Let's go.
I just had to get that out. I've been just so excited since I saw that trailer for that game. I'm like, I put it on it's already on my Steam wish list. I just can't wait.
Okay. So yep, very, very exciting. So exciting. I'm like fumbling for words here. He-Man, the game.
Back to KLEF.
And back to KLEF.
Hey, I gotta stop rubbing the, because it was so good. I'm just no.
Dude,
I was going past
PG-13 here.
All day.
I was working, and when I saw that trailer, I was like, "Oh boy, can't wait!"
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
This is so much better than Astro Boy.
It's so much better.
So much better.
Oh man.
Oh, dude. Yeah. So there's that, and yeah. I mean, dude, I want to say like. I don't know if it's just me or if it's just everybody, but I think like this year has been really great in handhelds, man. Like we're seeing a lot of bangers in the budget area. We're seeing a lot of bangers. Like, I mean, we haven't got into really all of the x86s for the year yet, but this back end of the year seems to be really packed and hype. And I'm just really, really like excited. I don't know if I have enough money in the bank. I'm like tallying up stuff, wondering what I could get rid of, if I could sell some toe picks or like what I can do, because I really need to acquire all of them because I have a sickness. And and maybe, just maybe, if it's somebody out there listening, I could get an intervention or something, because like
or just send them some free handhelds.
Yeah, or loan,
you know. I'm thinking about selling out one of my kids, man.
You got to sell one of your kids.
That's what I did for that Wu Chang. I had 3. That's why you only see 2 in the shorts. That's because I sold one.
Smart man. Smart man. Made money, save money, got handhelds.
Too Loud is going to pass us real quick.
You guys should see KLEF's Wu Chang video. If you guys haven't seen it, it's hilarious. I thought it was so funny. The music choices were bizarre, but it was great.
Oh, you're talking about the Wu Chang review, not the short. Is that what you're talking about? The short?
Yeah, the review.
No, the review was intense. That was unhinged. I really went.
I really liked your format for that one. I was like, dude, my boy is not playing right now. Like, you're just coming with it, bang, bang, bang. Like, oh, dude.
Yeah, that was
He got this controller, and he was just like, all right, we're gonna smash this in 10 minutes. Let's do this.
Yeah, that was it.
It was
intense.
It was good. It was very thorough for the time he did it. When you even took the front cover off and showed us the guts and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
And it looks good under that shell. Like, honestly, like when you look at it, God, that teal or whatever, like,
yeah,
man,
it's
with
gorgeous.
The gold buttons,
it's really, beautiful. It's freaking amazing,
man. Yeah, I don't get the hots for controllers that often, but man, that one had me going. You know, I was
pretty.
I needed a second to myself.
Controllers. I can't get into controllers. I already spent too much on handhelds.
If you're on the Switch 1 or Switch 2, that Easy SMX S10 is really cool. And look what they sent. They sent the custom faceplate.
Wow.
Oh, that's so amazing.
I love the dish D-pad. I love it on that thing, man.
Yes. But yeah, now
KLEF, you made it, bro. You made it. You're the man. You're the controller man, bro. My boy got custom faceplates coming in. Oh man. Hey, dude. Hey, that's so cool though, bro. Like I know when you open that box and you seen that, you're like, yeah.
Oh man, dude, it was freaking awesome. But just to close the controller thing real quick, you know that video that Russ made where he's like he has a different handheld for different types of systems that he likes to play? Yeah. I think of controllers the exact same way. You know, there are controllers you want to get into an FPS. There are controllers you want execution speed. You want like something for a Souls-like. Other controllers, you just want comfort and you want to lay back and chill. Yeah. So, you know, that's why I like having so many of them that are good for different things. It's a fun time.
I see you've become a controller salesman over this time.
Yeah, so, yeah. He's going to get me to buy controllers.
Yeah.
Launching my
storefront soon. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. I was like, dude, like, let me go to Amazon and start stacking up on these controllers. I need one for every system now. Like, dedicated, like
all around controller. What did you say? All around controller.
So the G7 Pro is a beast right now. It's taking the world by storm. But I would have to go with the Cyclone 2 just because it's basically the PC version of the G7 Pro until we get an updated model. And you know, it's good for the Switch. It's good for PC. It's a phenomenal solution. I am working on reviewing this bad boy, the Apex 5, and it's really a beast.
I want that.
Let me see that again. I looked away. Let me see that again. I looked away.
Apex 5, it is a beast. But honestly, the thing that shocked me the most, that's the Cyclone 2. Let's go. The thing that shocked me the most with the Apex 5 is this freaking dock, man. It looks glorious.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool looking, man.
Cool,
and all that, you can edit. You can create your own custom animations. It really looks phenomenal. And yeah,
and that's for the Apex 5?
That is for the Apex 5. Yeah, it doesn't work with the previous Apex.
You're selling me. Yeah,
so it's a controller. Right now, it's a controller and desk decor at the same time.
Absolutely. and they added extra ports, so it's even like a hub of some kind. So,
wow,
they nailed it.
And you know what? Lee? Actually, you really have to get this one because that's also the one that they made in the Evangelion color red.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
And that's your thing, dude. So gorgeous.
I'll probably buy it. End up buying it after this podcast.
So, KLEF, what can people expect from you here coming up? What are you working on? What are you most excited to be doing? What do you do at night? Like,
well, I'm about to go stream in 10 minutes, right? On the Gamescom side of things on Twitch, because I'm one of their 2 official streamers. So that's going to be fun. But, as far as content goes and my stuff on YouTube, of course, controllers, I have a bunch of them. I have the 2 Victrix that Turtle Beach sent. I have, the 2 new goalie kits. So a lot.
I was wondering about that Turtle Beach Victrix, actually. That Turtle Beach Victrix. I was wondering about that controller. So I'm looking forward to that one, that review.
Sounds good. Yeah, it's probably going to be a week, maybe 2. They sent both the PS5 and Xbox
tomorrow.
version.
No,
I mean, there's one that I won't be now, but the Hyperkin competitor. Have you guys seen that? That was announced at Gamescom. It's like it's an Xbox controller with the symmetrical design. Anyways, so I'm looking to potentially do that in the coming weeks. But beyond that, of course, there's a phone review. Razer sent me an enclosure for TB5, so I'll be testing Thunderbolt 5, and I'm working on a laptop from Asus. Lots of things happening. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'll do it. I'll find a way. And that's what I have in the pipeline right now.
Awesome.
Heck yeah.
And for those who don't know, you can find my boy at Game Tech Talk on YouTube. I will have his link in the description as well as the Tag Your It stuff down there for everybody to watch. You'll have fun. You'll have fun watching KLEF.
Yes, absolutely.
So, man, this was a blast. We've really enjoyed having you on, KLEF, dude. And man, I'd like to see you again in the future when you have time. I know you're a super busy guy these days.
A little bit, but sure, I'd love to be back. I had a blast. Thank you very much, guys, for having me. And it was a great podcast with a great cast. So you guys are amazing.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And this has been SaveState Podcast, and we're out.